Hello and welcome back to Math Class with Mr. Kura. Today we're going to be working on pi. First of all, we need to know what pi is. Pi is a symbol that we use in math, and we'll explain what that means in a minute. The symbol looks like this. We're not going to go super in depth in what pi is, but pi has something to do with circles and something to do with the how you find the radius and or how you find the area and circumference of a circle using the radius and diameter. It's a ratio between them, but we're not going to go super in depth in that. We just need to know that it's this symbol and what does pi represent. So pi represents a number that goes on forever. This is called an irrational number. It goes on forever. We obviously can't use a number that goes on forever. We don't know all the numbers. It goes on forever. So in our class, we will just use 3.14. 2 decimal places will be enough accuracy or enough information for what we have to do in class. So we're going to talk about how we do operations with pi. So you might see expressions that look like this. Well, let's remind ourselves, what does it mean when a number is touching a variable? It means multiplication. Well, we can think of this the same way as we think of as a variable. This would be like 5 times x if it was an x. Well, this means 5 times pi. This means 5 times pi. Or, what do we say? 5 times 3.14. So if we had to figure out what this was, we would just do multiplication with a decimal. So we'd say 3.14 times 5, multiply it out, we get 20, 5, 6, 7, 15, 2 decimal places. So we would say this is roughly equal to 15.70, or 15 7/10. All right, what if we're adding with pi? Well, this means 3.14 plus 9.3. Well, that's just a simple decimal addition problem. 3.14, line up my decimals. The 4 just comes down, I'm not adding anything to it. This is a 4, and 12.44. That's what we get there. So really, this is adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing with decimals. This would be 8 minus 3.14. So 8. Add those zeros there to make it a little bit easier for us to do our long division. 0 minus 4, we're going to have to end up borrowing. This becomes 10, 9, so 6, 8. Decimal comes straight down. 4.86 or 4 86 hundredths. And then pi divided by 2 is equal to 3.14 divided by 2. If you watch our last lesson, that was a reminder how to do division like this, do long division. So if we needed to do our long division, denominator goes on the outside, decimal is going to go straight up there, and 2 goes into 3 one time. Subtract, we get 1, bring down our decimal, 2 goes into 11 5 times. Subtract, we get 1, bring down our 4, 2 goes into 14 7 times. So this is equal to 1 57 hundredths, or 1.57. All right, that's all there is to operations with pi. Really, it's just important to remember it's adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing with a decimal, the decimal of 3.14. Also remember something else we talked about. Remember, the number pi is what we call an irrational number. Thanks again for spending time in class with Mr. Kura, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.